Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Sibel. I will be your facilitator for today's session. It is a super nice Sunday over here where I'm at. I hope it is where you are at as well. We are super excited to have these amazing schools tell you a little bit about themselves. But before we get started, I do have some small little housekeeping items to just remind you all of. Remember, this is a virtual college fair. It's set up kind of like a webinar, which means that the panelists cannot see or hear you because you are muted and your video is turned off. So really important to understand that, but you're probably like, well, how do I ask all the questions that I have, Sibel? That in and of itself is a great question. You're going to ask those questions by clicking the Q&A, okay? Again, Q&A button in your Zoom toolbar. If you look at your Zoom toolbar, it should be somewhere in the middle, okay? Looks like little thought bubbles there or speaking bubbles. It says Q&A. You're going to click on that to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. I stress at any time. We do not have a live Q&A happening with attendee questions at the end. So the panelists and presenters are going to type in their answers to your questions throughout the entire session, okay? If you could also do us a favor and put the school's name within the question, that would be awesome, just so we all know who the question goes to. Also sign up for more sessions. This is one out of many college presentations that are offered. So check out the schedule on the website to see what other sessions are happening. And I believe there is one more after this one for today. Also, maybe mom missed out on today's sessions, or I don't know, maybe a friend wants to check out these schools, or maybe you just want to relive the fun with us. Well, you can go ahead and do that and check out the sessions, because all of the sessions are being recorded and they will be available at strivescan.com/Virginia. With that said, I would love to get started. Our first school up for today's session is Virginia Commonwealth University.
All right, perfect. So I'm super excited to be here and talk to you all about Virginia Commonwealth University. Just kind of starting things off here. VCU, we are a large university, and we have two main campuses, both the Medical College of Virginia, which is actually the second largest hospital in Virginia, and that's the majority of those post-bachelor students are going to be taking those classes. Only exception to that is pre-nursing, clinical lab studies, radiation sciences, and dental hygiene. You might be taking some classes over there if you're an undergraduate. Outside of that, we do have plenty of other pre-medical programs and plenty of other programs in general for students to explore, but those classes will be taken on the Monroe Park campus. They're about 2 miles away from each other, and we also do have a system that connects both of those campuses together. So in terms of Richmond, Virginia, I love Richmond. I'm a little biased because I've lived here my whole life, but it is an awesome place to live. It's a very central location, about 2 hours away from the beach, mountains, North Carolina, and about 2 hours away from DC. I know traffic can be pretty crazy sometimes. It's very art friendly, history friendly, and it has a lot of it's very outdoor friendly as well. We also have 7 Fortune 500 companies headquartered. I need to update that presentation in Richmond, and then 11 Fortune 1000 companies, plus 150 different community partnerships. Richmond is a very small business friendly city, and VCU has a lot of those partnerships there. Now, in terms of, again, just the size, like I mentioned before, we're a large university with a little bit over 29,000 students total, with around 23,000 undergraduate population. Even though we're large, we do have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, with the average classroom size being around 27 students per classroom. So you do kind of get the best of both worlds, where you might be in those smaller classes, but we have a little bit over 200,000 active alumni. Now, in terms of some important deadlines here, and just kind of what we look for, we are a holistic review approach when it comes to applications. So that middle 50% of students will have somewhere between a 3.39 GPA and a 4.06 GPA. We are going to be test optional for the vast majority of our programs. The only program being an exception to that is the guaranteed admissions program through our honors college. Since I'm on a limited time frame, I'm going to include my email and contact information. If you're in the pre-medical or pre-health programs and are interested in guaranteed admissions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll also be including the honors college contact information. But if you do choose to turn in your test scores, that middle 50% of students is going to have somewhere between a 1.6 GPA to a 12, or I'm sorry, a 1060 SAT to a 1250 with about a 22 to 27 ACT. You're going to apply through the common application. We would need those official test scores. And if you're applying for a School of the Arts, if it's a visual arts program, you'll apply with about 12 to 16 different pieces of artwork in a portfolio. Performing arts, there's audition deadlines, and fashion merchandising, art history, and cinema programs will have those additional essays that will be reviewed by a School of the Arts person as well. And any of those test scores and GPAs, again, were holistic. So that is not the minimum you need. We're going to review the whole application, including what classes you're taking, letters of recommendation, and just everything on that application in general. Two main deadlines. One is the November 1st deadline. If you do apply for the buyer before November 1st and get your stuff in by then, you will be eligible for either the presidential, provost, or dean's merit-based scholarships. Now, if you apply afterwards, you'll be eligible for additional scholarships and merit scholarships that we'll review you for, but the November 1st is a hard deadline for those. And then January 15th, if you apply by or before then, you're guaranteed to have a decision by or before April 1st. It's not to say if you're applying in October that you have to wait until April 1st. We try to get those decisions out as soon as possible. We don't have any binding decision. We don't have any early acceptance or anything like that. But if you're applying before that deadline, you'll hear back by or before April 1st. If you apply after January 15th, we'll still review your application since we are rolling admissions. So that is actually about it for my information here. But again, I am going to include my contact information and a couple and the contact information for our honors college as well. Thank you all so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Virginia Commonwealth University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have University of Richmond.
Well, hi, I'm Erica Riesbeck from the University of Richmond, and like my colleague at VCU, we are located in Richmond, Virginia. Although we are a university, the University of Richmond actually focuses a little bit more on the undergraduate experience, a typical sort of liberal arts and science college, but we have many of the same benefits that you would find at a larger research university. Ranked number 22, we incorporate the teachings of the liberal arts and sciences, as well as with an accredited undergraduate school of business and the country's first undergraduate school of leadership studies. This is an aerial shot of our campus. We are located about 6 miles away from our friends at VCU from that city center. And our campus is really gorgeous, sort of with this park-like setting that you see here. There are 3 undergraduate schools, but everybody actually enters undeclared. We want you to take this opportunity to kind of explore everything. And there's this academic freedom and academic flexibility that comes with a liberal arts and science experience and the ability to pursue more than one track. One of the biggest reasons that students choose a place like Richmond is because they have that flexibility. About 2/3 of students will combine studies from more than one area. There's 100 different majors and minors available, and our top 5 most popular last year were business, administration, biology, leadership studies, accounting, and psychology. Our student body is only 3,200 undergraduate students. They live in a very safe residential setting, meaning that 90% of our students will live on campus all 4 years. The average class size is 16, and because 99% of classes have 30 or fewer students, students are really able to develop lasting and important friendships and mentorships with professors. Our professors' research and their connections really benefit you, the student, because you'll rely on professors to write recommendation letters for grad school or help obtain key internships or even jobs post-graduation. Our students come from all over. This is the incoming first year class. We had 890 students. About 29% of our students are US students of color, about 11% are international, and 14% were the first in their family to attend college. We believe that having a diverse campus is really important for our success and for our students' success. And so we work to try to create an environment that is welcoming to all and where you can really find your sense of belonging. In the admission process, we also will guarantee to meet 100% of demonstrated need. And for US citizens and US permanent residents, we are also need blind in our admission process, meaning that we do not take financial information into consideration for our admission decisions. We're also fortunate to have merit scholarships up to the value of tuition, room, and meal costs. One of our signature programs is the Richmond Guarantee. Because the classroom experience is not the only thing that you need to prepare for a career, we guarantee you up to $4,000 in funding for at least one summer internship or professor mentored summer research project. You really get to choose what you want to do. So kind of think big and imagine what you would do and where you would go with $4,000 in funding for your summer experience. I would describe Richmond students as being curious, ambitious. About 67% will end up spending time abroad through study abroad programs or volunteering, working, or conducting research outside of the US. 80% of our professors will hire undergraduate students to work with them. And upon graduation, 23% of our students will pursue another degree, master's, PhD, areas like law and medicine, business. It's really runs the gamut. And for students that are going right into a career, 96% are employed within 6 months upon graduation. So thank you for joining me today. I will be passing it over to my colleague at Hollins.
All right, awesome. If you have any questions for Richmond University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Hollins University.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Shauna. I'm a senior admission counselor here at Hollins University, and I'd love to share a little bit more information about us. So of course, we are located in the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. The city of Roanoke is a small yet growing community. We are about 15 minutes from shops and different museums downtown in Roanoke. Our campus is also located near metropolitan areas such as Washington, D.C., Charlotte, North Carolina, and our state capital of Richmond. So of course, on those day trips, our students are able to get away from campus for a little bit and explore nearby cities. Founded in 1842, Hollins is the oldest women's college in Virginia and is home to about 800 students. Our average class size is about 12 students, and we have 29 different majors to offer. In addition to academics, our thriving Division III athletics program competes in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. And to connect with any of our coaches, we are encouraging you to reach out to our hollandsports.com site to learn more about the recruiting process. Despite our small size, we value being a diverse community where all identities and perspectives are welcome and celebrated. Our community embraces students for who they are and strives to make Hollins feel like a place for everyone. And this here highlights a bit of our student body and our community makeup. Students at Hollins have the opportunity to join almost one of 30 different clubs and organizations that are student run. These clubs and organizations enable our students to best represent themselves and their backgrounds. If there's a club or organization that is not already started at Hollins, the great thing about it is that you're able to gather just a few students. I mean, there were a small community, 4 students to be exact, draw up a proposal, and we'll be able to kind of get that started and kind of form an e-board starting from that point. Again, a little bit about our student government is the vital part of Hollins life. So SGA's mission statement is student government strives to be advocates for the student body and to improve the community through active participation and leadership. So we have more than 80 different elected SGA positions, and anyone can be an active member of our campus leadership. They meet on every Tuesday evening and definitely the voice of our campus. In addition to class academic support, Hollins encourages students to take their learning beyond the classroom. The Rutherford Center for Experiential Learning ensures that students have access to hands-on learning through study abroad, individual research, internships, leadership, and community engagement. 91% of our students here at Hollins take advantage of these opportunities, and access to these programs is guaranteed for every student. Here are just a few of the ways that Hollins stands out among other colleges and universities nationwide. While it's hard to define a typical Hollins student, I think their passion for our community and ways of getting involved is something that binds us together. So, of course, if you're interested, it sounds like a good fit for you. Let's talk about the application process. It's free to apply. You can definitely access our application on our website at hollins.edu. We also accept the Common App. So whichever you prefer, you're able to accept both of those. In addition, we are test optional, which means students are considered for admission and scholarships, whether or not they choose to submit scores. To give an idea of where our admitted students fall this fall, the average GPA and SAT of this year's students was about 3.7, GPA and 1190 for the SAT. Keep in mind, these are just an average for the entire population that came in with this freshman class. And here at Hollins, we are committed to making our high quality liberal arts education an affordable and accessible experience. Students that are from Virginia, they are guaranteed at least a minimum of $24,000 in grants and scholarships. The average award this past year was $36,722. And again, each student is guaranteed a renewable scholarship opportunity upon being admitted. Join us for any additional virtual opportunities. Of course, some students can't travel, so feel free to visit our site to attend one of our virtual visit events. We're more than happy to share some additional information with you there. And here you'll find some additional contact information to set a private visit and or to follow us on any social media sites. Thank you so much.
All right, awesome. If you have any questions for Hollins University, please put it in the Q&A. And just as a quick reminder, the panelists and presenters are putting their contact info in the chat, so you can check out the chat as well. Next up, we have Shenandoah University.
All right, thank you so much. I'll just share my screen here. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for letting me speak with you all tonight. My name is Thomas McKenna. I'm the Associate Director for First Year Admissions at Shenandoah. Shenandoah is a small private 4-year institution. We are located in Winchester, Virginia. So if you're unfamiliar with where that is, it's in the northwestern part of the state. It's the northern part of the Shenandoah Valley. We're about an hour and a half from Washington, D.C., an hour and a half from the Baltimore area. Shenandoah is a really great institution. We offer both undergraduate degrees and graduate level programs. Overall, we offer 80 different undergraduate programs for incoming first year students to choose from, and over 200 different programs of study from undergraduate, graduate, and different certificate level programs that you can pursue as well. We are a small to medium-sized institution, so we have around 2,200 undergraduate students. Let me see if I can get, there we go. So 2,200 undergraduate students. Our total enrollment with our graduate population is 4,000, just over 4,000. But for incoming first year students, what that means as far as your student experience is it's definitely going to be a more intimate classroom environment. We have about 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Our average class sizes are about 20 students. So really you get the opportunity to participate in your learning and really be an active kind of part of what you're doing while you're on campus. There's not really one cookie cutter type of student. We have students that are doing so many different things. Like I mentioned before, there are over 80 different academic majors that are offered for incoming first years. We are very well known for Shenandoah's conservatory. So we offer 20 different performing arts-based majors. Our musical theater program is a top 10 nationally ranked program. We offer acting degrees, music degrees, as well as dance. So tons of different things that our students are doing within the performing arts. However, that's not the only thing that we're doing on campus. We also are really well known for our business programs. We offer a number of different opportunities for students to get training in specialization within different areas of business. One of those being esports management. We're one of the few programs across the country to offer esports management as an academic degree. And the head of that program is really terrific, who has kind of been widely recognized as one of the leaders in that area as well. We also have a number of different ways that our students are pursuing different pre-health professions programs. So nursing is actually our most popular major for incoming first years. We have a direct entry nursing program. So students are applying directly to the nursing program, not into a pre-nursing pathway. We also have a number of different graduate health science programs students are pursuing as well. So a number of different things that you can come in starting in a pre-pathway like pre-physical therapy or pre-pharmacy and continue on to one of Shenandoah's different doctoral or master's level degrees. We also offer some unique fast track opportunities for those different programs. So students can actually qualify for what we call our guaranteed admission pathway, where essentially you are guaranteed your admission at the graduate level when you're admitted as a first year student as well. Have some more information here about our conservatory so you can see some of the different kind of highlights about that. Overall, if students aren't interested in our conservatory as far as their academic major, there's still ways that they can get involved and have that as part of their experience. We have over 30 different performing groups and ensembles on campus. We offer music theater and dance as a minor. We have a marching band where you can actually get scholarship opportunities participating in marching band, but you're able to do that while majoring in any of the different academic areas across the institution. So our students are doing a number of different things as far as pursuing those interests within the performing arts. As far as student life, Shenandoah is a residential campus. We guarantee housing for all 4 years, and 90% of our incoming first year students live on our main campus in Winchester. We have a number of different options, and we are actually offering campus visits. So I encourage you, come out to campus and check us out. We actually just had a big open house this past weekend, but we also do individual visits throughout the week. So you're welcome to come to campus. You get to see the residence halls and some of the student life spaces on campus as well. We have a number of different things that our students are doing in terms of their interest outside of the classroom. There's over 90 different clubs and organizations, different ways that you can participate in things as far as your social interests on campus as well. Athletics is a huge part of campus life. We are Division III. We compete in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. So we have 22 varsity teams that compete at a very high level. However, we are Division III, so it is student athlete. You are there to earn your degree. We don't offer athletic scholarships, but we do offer the opportunity for those students to continue competing at a really high level. And then I'll go into some of the basics about the application process. Shenandoah does work on rolling admissions. So our application is open for those of you that are seniors, and you can apply and expect to hear back a decision within about 2 to 3 weeks of completing your application. The only thing that we require for completed application is our online application form. We're not part of the Common App, unfortunately, but our application is available right on our website, and it actually offers you an opportunity to fill that out and monitor the status through a portal. Once you submit that, we only need your official high school transcripts. We are not looking at SAT or ACT scores, and we are not actually considering those for the admission review or for your scholarship purposes. So you don't even need to send them to us. If you do send them to us, send us an unofficial score report. You don't need to waste the money to have them sent to Shenandoah because we're not going to be using them for the review. Other optional materials that you can submit but are not required include letters of recommendation, personal statements. If you'd like to send those, we will consider them with the application review, but it's not something that we require. Once you are admitted to Shenandoah, every student is qualified for an academic award. That is a scholarship where we're looking at your high school experience, and we're going to give you an award this year ranging from $3,000 to $15,000. But we'll have tons more information for you there. You can scan the QR code that's on the background now, and that will allow you to visit campus and learn a little bit more about that as well. But thank you so much for your time, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Shenandoah University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Virginia Tech.
All right, hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jen, and I am an admissions counselor at Virginia Tech. Let me just share my screen here quickly. So Virginia Tech is located in Blacksburg, Virginia, in southwestern Virginia in the New River Valley. We like to think that the area is very beautiful, welcoming, very community focused area, but that when you choose Virginia Tech, you are having all of the resources and amenities of a large public university. We have about 37,000 students total. Of those, about 30,000 are undergraduate students. So you have that small community feel of Blacksburg, Virginia, yet you are getting all of the excitement of a large public university. We have over 100 different majors for you to choose from. Pretty much anything you'd be interested in, we probably have a program for. Virginia Tech, typically known for engineering and agricultural sciences, which are fantastic programs, but we also have a lot of great programs in business. Our College of Natural Resources and Environment is consistently ranked in the top of the country. Our Architecture and Urban Studies College has our Studio Arts program, architecture, building and construction, lots of options for our students. College of Science offers your traditional science-based programs. And of course, we have a range of pre-professional programs for you to choose from too. When you do apply to Virginia Tech, major does matter. We will review your application based on the major that you choose. And university studies is our undecided option. So when applying to university studies, I always tell students that that's actually one of our most competitive programs. So if you are applying to one of our other competitive majors like engineering or architecture, thinking that you're going to come in and go undecided and then take a path into a more competitive program is actually not a very great strategy at Virginia Tech, because applying undecided can be just as competitive as some of our other competitive majors. Hokie Nation is what we like to refer to our extensive network of Virginia Tech students, alumni, faculty, staff, who all understand what an exciting and unique experience it is to be a Virginia Tech Hokie. We have over 236,000 living alumni spread across the world who are out there rooting for you and hoping to help future Virginia Tech Hokies and current students succeed in what they're doing. And when you come to Virginia Tech, you'll have the opportunity to carve out your own Hokie experience so that you also become part of that community and understand how exciting and unique it is. We have over 950 different clubs and organizations for you to choose from. Pretty much anything you'd be interested in, we probably have a club for. We even have a Quidditch team. We have an extensive selection of athletics available, intramural sports, club sports, 2 gyms that our students can use for free across campus. And then we also have a number of campus traditions that really define the Hokie experience and make our students feel part of the community. In terms of the application process, we accept both the coalition and the common application, and we do a holistic review. So we understand that you are a person outside of the classroom, so we're not just looking at your academics. In terms of that academic side, we are looking at mostly your grades and the academic rigor of your curriculum. This year we are test optional, but we really like to see students who have challenged themselves and chosen the most difficult courses that are available at their high school. And that's how we would review your application. We don't have a specific minimum GPA requirement, but we do look for students who have mostly A's and B's. We have our own set of essay questions that help us out with that holistic review. And we look at extracurricular activities and what you are involved in outside of the classroom. But we do not require separate letters of recommendation. We don't evaluate the personal statement that's available on the common application. We don't review outside resumes. We're looking at our essay questions as well as your academic background and extracurriculars. In terms of deadlines, we have 3 important deadlines. November 1st is our early decision deadline, and that is binding. December 1st, which is coming up soon, is our early action deadline, and that is our priority deadline. We encourage anyone who considers Virginia Tech a top choice to apply by our early action deadline, because our regular decision deadline, which is our 3rd deadline, January 15, Admission offers are made on a space availability basis only. So if you're really interested in Virginia Tech, you're planning on applying, but you don't want that binding decision, definitely get that application in by our December 1st deadline. And going along with that December 1st deadline, shortly after that is our January 22nd scholarship deadline. So we have a separate scholarship application that you can complete once you submit your application. That would be due January 22nd. Along with the FAFSA priority deadline. So if you and your family submit the FAFSA application along with the scholarship application and apply by our early action deadline, we will try to give you your financial aid package along with your admission decision in mid-February. So why Virginia Tech? Well, we think that the statistics in terms of our graduation rate and retention rate show that you are getting a return on your investment and that our students are very happy. We are providing them with the experiences, resources, and support that they need in order to succeed. And then our employment rate of 82% of undergraduates employed or receiving an admission offer to a graduate school of their choice. Of 82%, sorry, my timer just went off. Distracted me. We believe that this graduation rate here shows that students are able to receive a return on their investment and are able to succeed with a Virginia Tech education. And here are some links to our social media so that you can stay connected and get updates on our admission process and any important changes or new information. And I will put my contact information in the chat. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Virginia Tech, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Virginia Military Institute.
Good afternoon. My name is Neil Whitmore from the VMI Admissions Office. It's good to have everyone here today learning about these great Virginia colleges. VMI is located in Lexington, Virginia, and we have a student body of approximately 1,700 students. We are a four-year military college, and so everyone in our student body is in the ROTC program of one of the four services, including the newly formed Space Force, which is a part of the Air Force program. We are the oldest state-supported military college in the U.S., one of 6 senior military colleges. We focus on the classroom experience. So we are looking at a student faculty ratio of about 10 to 1. And much of what we do is focused on that experience that one gets in the classroom and then the interaction with professors. We have 14 majors that we offer and 27 minors and concentrations. One of the big aspects of VMI is, of course, the cadet experience, where you are working on leadership, you are working on things such as our honor code, integrity. We're looking for self-reliance. We're looking at physical fitness. We are focused on, when we look at admissions, we're looking at that holistic approach. We're looking at the whole person. We want to see that you have challenged yourself academically, but that you've also participated in activities such as athletics and other things outside the classroom, which are a big part of what we do at VMI. Looking here at the academics, you'll see that the majors that we have, and then those concentrations and minors as well. As I said, we are strictly undergraduate. We have a lot of focus on, we have a lot of contacts with graduate schools and moving into that part of it, but we focus on the undergraduate experience there. We do have a lot of study abroad opportunities. We have some great summer programs, both through Department of Defense and other opportunities. So many of our cadets do study abroad. in preparation both for commissioning and moving into graduate school or other activities that are toward their career path. ROTC, we do have all of the services, so you can look at the different options involved in all and what best suits you as far as what you want to do in service to the nation. Many of our cadets come in on ROTC scholarships. A fair number of others achieve them once they are cadets and pick up that 3-year and 2-year scholarships there. Looking ahead, so right now we are, our early decision application deadline is coming up on the 15th of November. This year we are test optional. We were last year, we are this year, and we look to be next year as well. Some of the ROTC scholarships and departments there do require the SAT or ACT. So we do have many applicants that submit those, but we are test optional. Our regular deadline decision is February 1. And so after that point, we will move into a rolling decision framework at that point. So right now we just finished up a large open house this past weekend. We will have additional opportunities coming up. One of the big part of the VMI admissions process is that campus visit, that on-post visit where we have you shadow a cadet host around, you stay the night in our barracks, you meet with faculty, ROTC staff, and coaches, and we want you to come and do a visit. We do many admissions interviews throughout the regular work week and also during the open house program. So that's something we encourage everyone to do. You can sign up for that through our website, and we're always welcome individuals to do that. We have many financial aid opportunities. We have merit scholarships. We, of course, have the ROTC scholarships, and we have other basic scholarships through the VMI Foundation, and others focus on different majors and other activities. Those are listed online. We encourage you to look at those and see what would best fit you as you're looking at applying. We also do have athletic scholarships. Since we are a Division I program, we offer those. And so you're welcome to reach out to the sport that you're most interested in, the coaches, and find out about their recruiting for the year and what they're looking at. There again, we are always open to do interviews. We will meet with you on campus. We have tours available. We hook you up with cadet hosts throughout the week to do tours of campus and look at our programs from a more in-depth perspective. We have the ROTC staff available that we want you and encourage you to come meet with as well. A big part of VMI is, of course, the cadet experience and the leadership experience. So we have many courses in leadership, both through the ROTC and through the academic program. There again, we have many concentrations and minors. So many of our cadets will do a minor or concentration. Some of it focused quite a bit outside of their main major.
Hey, Tom, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cut you off there.
All right. Is that it? Okay.
Yep, that is it.
All right. Thanks.
So much. All right, panelists and presenters, come on back. I would love to see your beautiful faces. Come on back. I have one question for you. We're going to do a nice little speed round in presentation order. Okay, you all are the experts here. So ultimately, we want to know, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And so we have a few minutes to answer this question. Virginia Commonwealth University, you are first.
Awesome. I guess my best piece of advice is to stay open and do what's best for you. You're going to see a bunch of rankings, a bunch of different types of programs, and all of that is really great information. All of the colleges that have spoken have really great programs. My best piece of advice, again, go to the environment that works best for you, go to where those programs that fit you, and just kind of that need fits you as well.
Awesome. Good stuff. University of Richmond?
Stay organized. It's hectic because we all have different deadlines, different priorities. There's differences for admission deadlines, over merit scholarships, over need-based aid. And so as organized as you can be, please try.
Awesome. Hollins University.
My piece of advice would be definitely try to make a visit to the campus or experience them on a virtual platform. I think that kind of helps seal the deal, actually getting the on-campus experience and seeing if it's a good fit for you.
Shenandoah University.
I would say kind of a combo of VCU and Hollins, the answers they've had already. I think be open. I'm a first generation college student. I really didn't know what options were out there as far as smaller school experiences and different things like that. So definitely explore and be open to new things other than what you think you want at the very beginning. But also best way to get a sense for if campus is a good fit for you is by going and touring it. So if you have the option, I know COVID makes that harder, but definitely try to do that if you can.
Good stuff. Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and piggybacking on what my colleagues have said is I would say, do your research, take advantage of all the opportunities you have to do things like this, these virtual fairs. If you can't visit campus, many of us have, due to COVID, developed really nice virtual tours for you to get online and see and explore our campus, and don't pass up an opportunity to learn more information about any college that's out there so you know all of your options.
Awesome. And Virginia Military Institute.
Yes, we always encourage anyone interested to come for a visit. We will hook you up with a cadet. We also have some recent graduates for you to talk with, to go over the majors, the ROTC options, and the post VMI options after graduation. So we are always here to do face-to-face interviews and to answer your questions and give you a firsthand look.
Awesome, y'all. Well, you heard it here first. The experts have spoken and given their advice. I just want to thank you all so much for being here. My panelists and presenters, thank you so much for being here on a Sunday. My attendees, same thing. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, this was just an appetizer, right? These schools have so much more to offer, but it is now up to you to do your part and do the rest of the research. A quick question survey is going to appear when you close out the window. So don't leave us just yet when you close out the window. It's very quick, 5 questions. Give us some feedback. We appreciate it. Sign up for more sessions. There is one more session happening right after this one in the same virtual college fair. And remember, if you want to relive the fun, a recording is available at strivescan.com/Virginia. With that said, you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks.